Alright, hello crafters. Today we are going to be doing a video on how to make servers. Now, you might get all excited because it's one of those big giant servers like Hypixels. It could be, but for me, not really. If you wanted it to be like that, you'd have to have your computer running all the time. But in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to make a normal free server and how to get mods on that server if you want it. First, there are two types of servers. One is a bucket server, the other is a regular Minecraft server. And to get the bucket server, you want to go on your browser and you want to search bucket server download, and I believe that it should, yes, one sec, it's just a browser. Come on. Okay, so you want to go on this craft bucket. It will take you to this amazing place, and as you can see, there's all these different development builds. Some will say beta. I would not recommend beta, but so yeah, these are a bunch of different development builds, and over here on the right, you can see that they have a recommended build for you. So I believe that if we click it, it'll download it for us. So you can save it, and you just wait for that. It takes a while. In the meantime, let's show you how to get a Minecraft server. You want to go to minecraft.net, and when you get there, you don't have to be logged in or anything on minecraft.net to use it. Maybe when you get there, there we go. Alright, so you're at the home Minecraft page. You want to go to the pig, the Steve, and the sheep. Go under it, and it says already bought the game, download it right here. And you don't have to buy the game to make a server, just in case. And it should automatically, right on the second subtitle, it should say what operating system you're using. I am using a Mac OS X, so then you want to go down to multiplayer server, and you can go to here, and that's only the latest one though. The part that you really want is this little kind of italics, well, not really italics, but it has a different font than all the rest of it, so you want to highlight that, except for that last, actually, yeah, and you want to copy it, so that's copied. So if you want this, the latest version, then that's where it is. If you don't want the latest version, I would either recommend going to another site for downloading them, because I have done that, and there are many sites where you can download older versions. But if you want to be a little safer and make sure that you're not downloading a virus, I know that a lot of people don't want to download viruses, then you can go to CraftBukkit and just get a bucket server. Let's download this server. We want to save it. Wait a second. Alright, this is a Windows server. Sorry, I forgot about that. This is Windows, so if you want a Windows server, you just come on here and get it. If you want a Mac server, actually I believe that if you want a server for anything, then you could just come down here, because I believe that every single operating system runs jar files, so that means that you should be able to do this. So we'll just let that download, and there we go. That's all done down there. So then we can go to our downloads page, or downloads file, and you'll have a CraftBukkit.jar and CraftBukkit yada yada blah .jar, and you will also have a Minecraft server yada yada .jar. Okay. So before we do anything else, that did not work. Okay. Text. You want to go to if you're on a Mac, it's called TextEdit. I believe it's on. If you're on a Windows, it's called Notebook. You want to go to Format, and you want to go to Make Plain Text. There. And then you want to copy in that stuff that you just copied. You want to paste in that stuff. Alright, so basically what this is saying is to run the Minecraft server .jar. So basically it's saying run the Minecraft server, and then no GUI means that it won't have a GUI to look at. I like no GUI, but just for the sake of this video, I'm going to show you what GUI does. So you want to save that and put it wherever you want. I'm going to put it on my desktop. You want to call it start.command. You want it with that last .text. And that, oops, I did not. But, so, then you want to make a folder. So, let's name this bucket. And that'll be your bucket folder. And I'm going to name this one Minecraft. And these are both Minecraft servers, don't worry. So, let's see. Okay, you're both Minecraft, so if you think that you've been following the wrong rules and downloading Bukkit instead of Minecraft one, then you're good, it's fine. And, so, what you really want to do is you want to get your little start.command, drag it out, and, you want to put it inside your folder that has all your server information. But since I'm doing two, I'm gonna copy it. Oh, nope. Quit. Okay. I'm gonna copy it, and I'm gonna paste it inside this server too. Now, to get all the necessary files for running a server, you have to open the .jar folder. And that will open it with the GUI. So it'll come up with this little jar thing. Don't mind me, I'm just doing something quick. Okay. So it's come up with a little jar thing, and the GUI should load fairly quickly. But over here in the server folder, you can see that it's starting to generate stuff. So over here, as you can see right here, all this preparing spawn area, that is generating the world. So right now it's generating that world, and I'm just going to show you a couple things that you can do on 1.7 or anything above that. But first, let's just wait for this to load. And there is a certain way you want to start and stop your server, but the GUI has a lot more information than the no GUI. For example, average tick is there are 44. Yeah, it keeps on changing, and that's per millisecond. So 3 ticks per millisecond right now. And I don't know what the memory use is, but you know, actually that might be for the computer and stuff. But over here it'll list the players, and somewhere in this little part of the GUI it should have kind of like a little spike. So if I press save all, okay, but somewhere in here it should have little spikes, kind of like a heart monitor, and that is how much lag there is. So if it's the lower the spikes, I believe, the more smooth it's running, but the higher they get, the more lag there's going to be on that server. So you can check for if there's lag or not. Right now, since nobody's on, it's not going to have any lag. And yeah. So then to stop it, you just want to either, for right now, you can click the little X, but normally if you want to save stuff, you want to type in stop, or else it will not save your world. So there. And so now everything we have is finished. And to use the start command, which is really not that necessary if you want a GUI. If you want a GUI, just start it up by opening the .jar every time. But to get our start command working, we need to go into our terminal for Mac, and I don't know what it is for other stuff. I believe that the commands are different for each one. For Mac, it's going to be A plus X space, I believe. And you drag in your start command. That did not work. I will get back to you in just a second. Alright guys, sorry about that. Alright, so I found out what to do. You want to type in chmod A plus X space, and then drag it in. Enter. And it'll not say anything if it works. So then you can come start that up, and now it should have started up your server, depending on if it worked or not. But since it seemed to not have worked, I'm going to go back into text edit, and let's try putting that no GUI back at the end. Sorry, just right. Nope. Okay. Try that again. Nope. Okay. Alright guys, we're back, and sorry about that. But apparently you need a different thing for a Minecraft server code thing. You want to go to this little link that will be in the description, and you want to go to this. Okay, and you want to go to setting up. Ignore that, that should not happen. Alright, this code right here, this is what you want. this whole thing. So you want to copy that. You want to go back into your start.command, paste it, and oh, there's also one more thing. Right here. You might want to copy that. Copy the whole thing. Right there it'll say yada 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 .jar Minecraft server. It'll say that. You want to copy it. So then you can save that. Go back in here. Click it twice. Don't double click it. Just click it twice, one after the other. And you want to paste that in. It will not work unless you do that. So then, if you start it, it'll come up with the terminal window. It'll still start up a jar file, but it'll say all the commands and stuff on here. And yes, it will generate the world faster since it's already loaded it. So then you can type in stuff like, say, hi, all that good stuff. And I believe in game it'll show it up as purple, which is amazing. Anyways, so yeah, that's it for the regular Minecraft server. Alright, so next, we're going to go back to the bucket server. Copy your start.command, the new one, not the old one, and you'll want to paste it into here. And that is that. And then you are going to want to rename this whole thing. No, that's not what you want to rename it, sorry. Minecraft server.jar. Alright, you're going to want to rename it that. But first, again, you're going to want to do that. You can open. It'll give you that little warning if you're on the map. And it'll give you a lot more stuff than what the other one gave you. And I do not believe it'll start up a jar file. A jar thing. But it will give you a bunch of stuff. Then you can come over to the start.command, start it up, and it will run your, yes. Okay. So, sorry about all that. But first, I forgot to mention another thing. You can stop running that. So, maybe it'll finish. Keep saying that it crashed. Okay, there. Okay, so you can quit out of that, quit out of this. So now you're going to want to go to a download page for something called Hamachi. Some of you might have heard it before, some not. But Hamachi is basically a way to make your own server. And it says download log me in Hamachi, download log me in Hamachi, that kind of stuff. Alright. So then you're coming to here. And you want to go to the unmanaged. Wait. Yeah, unmanaged. Actually. Oh. You're gonna have to do the conditions of use. I believe that it's unmanaged. I believe that's what I downloaded. Save it. It'll be fairly quick to save. And when you are finished, you can exit out. And you want to go down to your downloads page. You want to find it. It will be called logmeinhamachi.zip. Open that up. We'll unzip it. And it's called logmeinhamachi installer. And since I've already done it, I'm going to cancel because, of course, I've already done it. I don't want to mess it up somehow. But yeah, so you'll run that and it'll install Hamachi. And when you get Hamachi, it'll appear somewhere on your computer. And if you don't know where it is, then search it, I guess. And I believe that it also, on the Mac, it has this little thing up in the top, and it will say open log me Hamachi, open log me in Hamachi, power on, power off, and quit. If you and a way to save a bunch of your computer's RAM is to not open it but power it on. That makes sure that your server is still running, but the window for LogMe and Hamachi is not on. Anyways, but first, you do want to open it. And it should have automatically opened it after it's finished. And right here, right up here, this little spot right here, that is your new server IP address. Okay, so if anybody wants to join your server, including you, that's your IP address. Thing is, they have to have Hamachi too, and you also have to make a network. To make a network, you come up here, click network, create a new network. You want to type in your network ID. So like I could name mine test 1 or something. That was weird. I believe that you don't have to type in a password. Nope. Okay. So let's type in H as the password. Why not? Wow. Teast. Oh wow. Some people are very creative. There. What? How is that name created? I mean, taken. Alright, there. So now you have a new network. As you can see, if you drop it down, nothing's happening. And you can also turn off your networks by pressing that little green button, maybe. Yeah. So, then you can turn it back on. Come on, come back on. And what's also funny is if other people have their Hamachi on. Oh, you can also only have 5 people on your little network, so it can't be extremely big. But if you wanted to make it extremely big, I guess you would have to buy it. And one of those 5 people is you. But if you're on, it'll say, if they're on their computer and Hamachi is on, then you should be able to see this. And you can come up here. You can open chat window too. So I can type hi and maybe he'll answer. I don't know. Cause yeah. But I am not going to mess around with that anymore because I already have one. So then you can start up your servers. Now, another thing is when going onto your servers, let's say you want to add on some magical powers. Not really. You can do different things, like first of all you can allow flight, which on a regular server with ops and stuff you would want that because, and on most servers you would want that because it's weird. Sometimes it says that somebody's flying even though there's never flown in their life. Anyways, you can go to enable query. I don't know what that is. Level name, that's basically the name of your level. Allow nether. It's pretty straightforward. Allowing the nether. Op permission level. That is how good an op is when it's opt. Generator settings, I'm guessing that means, if it's blank, I'm guessing it means default. I'm guessing 0 also means default. 1 means super flat. 2 means, whatchamacallit. 2 means large biomes, and 3, depending on what server, what version you're on, I guess could mean amplified. But I don't know how to use that stuff. You don't want to mess with the server port. Level type, oh no, that's amplified and stuff. So I don't know what this is. Enable Archon, I don't know what that is. Force game mode, that means does it force somebody to have a game mode, and if they try to change your game mode, they get kicked and stuff. Level seed, pretty straightforward. The seed. Server IP, don't touch that. Max build height, pretty straightforward. Spawn NPCs, that means spawns not player controlled villagers basically. Whitelist, that is basically where you can only list people in your whitelist.json on, and you can edit that just by going in there, adding in their username. Spawn animals, straightforward. Snooper enabled. I don't know what Snooper is, but you can somehow access it in your, if you pause the game. Hardcore, no. That's pretty straightforward. Online mode, I don't know if that does anything. Well, I know it does do something, but I don't know what it does. Resource pack, if you change it to true, it'll put like a little thingy where you can say, yes, I want resource pack. PvP, straightforward, player versus player, fighting basically. Difficulty, that is the difficulty at which it is when you start it. Enable command block, and default is false, which I really don't like. Player idle timeout, that means that if it's at 0, then that means that it will not kick a player until, it will never kick a player for being AFK. If you set it at 1, if they're not moving for 1 minute, then that includes not doing anything in their inventory for 1 minute, then it'll kick them. Game mode, that is the default game mode that somebody is at when they join the server. Max players, if you have the unmanaged version and you haven't bought Hamachi, then no matter what, your max players is always going to be 5. Spawn monsters, straightforward. View distance, that's the default view distance when somebody's on the server. Generate structures, straightforward. Mot-D, that is if you want a specific Mot-D that somebody has to have in order to join your server. Wait, no. Sorry. If you want somebody to join your server, if somebody adds your server, basically it has a little subtitle that could say like, this is yada yada server, have fun, don't cheat, don't buy pickles from the villagers. I don't know. So when you finish, you just save that. And banned IPs, that's the IP of the people that you have banned, and you can see the IPs through Hamachi. Banned players, that's the username of the players that you have banned. Ops are the people that you have opt using the opt command. Uses cache, I have no idea. Whitelist.json, you can put usernames in there and then nobody but those people will be able to get on. Logs, the log that of. So yeah, that's that. Now, bucket. A little more challenging. Bucket.yml. If we go into that, it'll tell you a bunch of stuff. It'll say, this is configuration for the bucket. I do not mess around with that. Help.yml, that helps you with the whole server. Ops.txt, just ops. Banned IPs, banned players, we covered that. Server.log, we covered that. Plugins, that's something new. Plugins you can basically get at bucket.org, and they have a million plugins probably. Some do with the world generation and stuff. And down here you'll see 3 different worlds. One is another, the end, and the regular world. You're gonna have these log and stuff. I don't know what I guess they're just there as server logs. Server.properties, pretty straightforward. And to install a plugin, just put the jar/zip file inside the plugins folder and run the server, and boom, you're ready. And there are a couple commands too, extra commands. So let's start up the server. And this is the Bukkit server, by the way, if you were not listening. 1 second. It keeps saying, okay, close. Server out properties. What's wrong with this? I would say you want let's try doing that. Okay. So apparently the IP that you have in your little Mochi thing, you have to type it into the server out properties, and it'll say server IP, and you want to type it in there. So yeah, and you come over here and it will keep loading since it didn't load before, and in a couple seconds it should be finished, maybe. Come on. Alright, now there are two. Oh, apparently it has to generate it for every single world. So while it's doing that, let's talk about something else. Mods. First, alright, mods you don't really need on Bukkit because you could probably find a different plugin that substitutes that mod. But for a regular server, they don't have plugins, so let's get going. Mods. Alright, to get mods, first you're going to want to install a mod loader. Forge. Right, you want to do Forge downloads, and the Forge downloads is a lot easier in my opinion. So you want to go down to here, Forge, little menu to link with a bunch of numbers, which are a bunch of words, and right now the latest version that it has for a Minecraft Forge server is 1.7.2. We are going to install that version. The version that I recommend, right, you want to come down over to this downloads thing, line it up with this, and the link that I recommend to click if you don't want to do a bunch of other stuff is installer. That will automatically install your own server, and you don't have to do anything else, which is amazing. And it'll redirect you to AdFly. You just wait for 5 seconds, and then you don't click on anything else, so you're probably going to be getting a lot of emails about stuff you don't want. 1, 0. So there you go. It downloads it, save, and maybe it'll start saving it. Maybe not. Yep. Okay. So that's finished. I don't have to worry about that anymore. Go down to your downloads. You want to get out your Forge, yada yada, Forge, whatever version you got, and a bunch of other numbers. Installer .jar. You want to open that up. But before you do anything else, you should probably make a new folder. And let's just call it mod server. So you open that up, and it'll open a jar thing. So it has a pretty nice appearance in my opinion. So in a couple of seconds, maybe, here we go. And you want to come to install server. And you want to come down to this little ... and you want to go to wherever you have that server folder. For me, it's on my desktop, so I'm going to go to the desktop, and We're gonna go to mod server, and don't go inside the folder. Just click on it and click choose, and it won't have any red stuff anymore. Press OK, and it will start downloading the Forge server for you. So then you just wait for that. And while it's doing that, this should be finished. Yep, it's finished. There are 2 more commands. Restart, which, if you are... Oh. Alright. There's a couple more commands. There is... plugins, and there is reload. Basically, it will do this. It's basically, if you want to come in here, and let's say you just installed a new plugin and all your friends are on the server, but you don't want to kick them off accidentally. Basically, you just come in here, and you put in your plugin, and then you click reload. Well, you type in reload, and that stops the server. It will not kick anything off. It'll just freeze all entities except for your friends. So let's say a creeper was about to blow them up, it'll stop moving, but they will keep moving. And so then that basically will also activate your new plugin, so yay. And also there is a plugins command. Plugins. And it'll say 0 plugins right now because I have only 0 plugins because I haven't done any. But anyways, so we can stop that server, and it'll take a while. And it'll say successfully downloaded Minecraft and install Forge. So you press OK, and you can come down to this little folder up here, and it'll say yada yada universal.jar, and it'll say libraries. You want to open Forge yada yada universal.jar. And yes, that is a server, so yay. You learned something maybe. So then, for some reason, it'll open up the Minecraft server. So never click on the Minecraft server, click on the Forge Universal. Okay. Or GUI, as I've heard some people call it. And okay, there we go. There it is. It'll say a bunch of stuff. Mods, Forge loader has identified 3 mods, and it'll always say that you have 3 more mods than are what are in the mods folder. Because if you don't know what Forge is, it's basically a mod within itself. So it has 3 mods installed on itself. So that's why that's there. So then it'll say a bunch of perhaps failed to bind a port. So like Bucket, you're going to have to come down into server.properties and type in your server IP, yada yada. So that's almost all. If you know how to do mods, and there you go. But anyways, that will do it for a video about how to make servers and how to put mods on those servers. I will see you next time with some more videos from Minecraft over 721. But in the meantime, don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Go check out other videos from my channel, and have a good day. See ya!